So when somebody is not being fully respectful towards your opinions and boundaries and who you are as a person in a conversation, in an interaction with another person, this person can show narcissistic tendencies by shifting the blame on you, making you feel like you are picking an argument when this is not the truth. It's not the case. You're not doing that. You're trying to communicate normally in a calm, healthy, respectful manner with this person, but they have the need to shift the blame on you, and that means that they are showing you that they have the issues. And they can say things like, I'm confused, I don't understand what you mean. But you know that you have communicated your opinions and boundaries clearly as possible, as straightforwardly as possible in that situation. You've done your best. You start to feel drained, exhausted in that interaction with that person. It's starting to make you feel uncomfortable and uneasy. And you notice that something is definitely off, that this conversation, this situation is not working because that person is acting against you, because they are not able to self-reflect, because they make it all about you. And this is, of course, again, manipulation and gaslighting, because they're trying to create the problem to be yours. And it is a sign for you to be stopping communication with this person, to just be walking away, which is the ultimate boundary. If nothing else works, you have to be able to cut them off and walk away. You don't need to say anything. That's the most powerful thing that you can do. Because you have done enough, you have set your boundary, you have told this person how you felt in that situation, you have expressed yourself, your needs in that situation, but that person is not coming across. And this is one of, I think, the most biggest red flags of all, when they repeat what you said to you. So they repeat your questions or anything that you have just said to them. When you have put thought and effort to your messages, for example, usually we do put a lot of thought and effort because we're sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people, and we're such deep thinkers, and we feel so much and all of those things. So we put a lot of effort into how we speak and what we write. So this is very disrespectful and abusive when somebody repeats to you like you don't understand what you have said. So again, either this person is very, very immature, they just don't know how to communicate in a normal, healthy way. They lack emotional intelligence. They lack boundaries and respect of boundaries. Because again, a person who does not understand about boundaries does not either respect another person's boundaries. So they are lacking these abilities. And you just have to be the smarter one again in this situation. And just be aware of this pattern, because it's not good that you get sucked into it and you absorb the other person's negative energies and issues. And you might want to remind yourself of what a normal person's dialogue sounds like. So when you have expressed yourself, your opinions, your boundaries to somebody, you have made normal conversation about something, maybe you have told them that, you know, something is making you uncomfortable in the interaction with them. So a normal, healthy, smart adult would say something like, yes, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry that I didn't pay attention, or I didn't hear you, or, you know, I'm sorry that I didn't fully understand what you meant. And they can tell you more, of course, if they want to. But anyway, the thing is that they really take responsibility. A normal, healthy communicator will want to solve the issue and not leave it hanging, and not leave you hanging, and will not disrespect you. They will take responsibility like a normal, healthy adult does, and respect your boundaries and your opinions, your feelings. And they will show it to you by their actions, by, you know, saying things like, yes, I understand, and this happened, and they might offer their help. They might ask you again, like, can I help you with something? Can we solve this issue? Because they actually have integrity and the skills. So it's every time that this pattern happens, that when somebody is not wanting to take accountability or responsibility in a situation, and you are addressing it, you are communicating your normal healthy boundaries and opinions and saying that this is not okay, this is how I feel about it, I feel uncomfortable, I feel uneasy, this is not acceptable to me. You cannot be treating me this way. And they are just pretending like they don't understand. So a manipulator, a narcissistic person will do everything to hide away, to shut down, to not take accountability and responsibility in that situation. They will shift all the blame on you. And again, this means that their ego has taken a hit and they cannot be looking in the mirror. They don't know how to self-reflect. They don't have that ability. So they are causing you to self-reflect, likely, easily again. Of course, you don't need to. You can set that boundary in your mindset, that you can acknowledge what's going on and remind yourself that, no, I don't need to go down that rabbit hole again. I've been there too many times in my life. I'm not going back there. No, I'm not taking responsibility and accountability of this situation when it's not my issue. I have communicated what I can, and what has to be said, I have said. And now I just need to draw the line and walk away. No healthy person is going to be making excuses and hiding away and shutting down, running away in a situation where they are supposed to take accountability and responsibility and be communicating in a calm, healthy way, like a smart adult. And of course, these things should be taught to children. Unfortunately, not all children learn these things as children, and then they grow up thinking that it's okay to be disrespecting people, to be narcissistic, to be acting how they wish, to be benefiting from people, taking advantage of people, not respecting boundaries and opinions. So yes, it's a tough cycle that you have to stand up for yourself. And people like that will not validate your emotions and needs and what you need and what you're saying in that situation, because they cannot validate their own feelings either. They cannot support themselves either, so they cannot be supporting you or anyone else in an authentic manner. They can pretend to, It's going to be turning out to be fake when they act like this. Because again, somebody who is supposed to be on your side, a friend, a partner, a loved one, your parents, a relative, a coach, a therapist, someone who is supposed to be helping you and supporting you, should not be acting this way. So they are dismissing and invalidating your experience, your needs, your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions, your boundaries in that situation. And this is a huge red flag. You do not want to be, and you don't deserve to be, dealing with such people. And likely this pattern will not end unless you cut it off. Like I've been saying, you have to nip it in the bud because it will be repeating itself. Because they have not learned, they are not learning, they are not evolving. All they do is run away. They cannot stand any sorts of criticism or take your feedback. And in this situation, if you happen to be over-explaining yourself, which is what happens if you try to make them listen to you, you try to tell them what you think and all of that. You try to express yourself, but you notice that you're just draining yourself out. You're hurting yourself. You are doing yourself a huge disservice. You are abandoning yourself in this situation and trying to make them understand, which is basically that you're chasing after their approval and validation and understanding and all of those things, which you do not need to be chasing after. So notice this pattern. If you need more help and support, grab my Boundaries Bootcamp guide and start practicing your boundaries. I appreciate it that you also subscribe to my YouTube channel and of course book a call with me one-on-one, because it's the best way that I can serve you, help you one-on-one to hear about your situation, and then I can help you, because of course I cannot be fully helping anyone with their own unique situation and healing path after narcissistic abuse experiences if you don't book a session with me. And that is what I'm here for. This is my work. So book a session with me. If you cannot find suitable times, you can send me an email or DM me on Instagram, for example. Also follow me on TikTok and Threads. You can reach out to me on those and request for a suitable time. You can suggest what time would be good for you.